Yo guys, what's up? Welcome in a new video. And the momentum on Bitcoin, as you can see, is slowing down like we've discussed in yesterday's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you what is happening in the crypto markets. I'm going to show you what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin, but I'm also going to show you what I think liquidity will go in the next coming days and weeks, and which altcoins, because I think liquidity will go to altcoins, which altcoins to watch, because there are some nice setups in some altcoins that I want to have a talk about. Okay, guys, so let's jump straight into it. Before we are zooming in, of course, on the Bitcoin price action, make sure that you drop a thumbs up down below, guys. That is very much appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe as well. Okay, Bitcoin have seen a massive, or like a very nice rally, a very nice push to the upside till 31,400. We can see that the momentum indicators, shorter term time frame, are very overbought and they are coming down, but you can already see that the momentum indicators are coming more down than the price. The price is still kind of like moving sideways, right? So I really hope that Bitcoin is going to consolidate sideways while the momentum indicators are coming down. And while that actually happens, I still think that the stablecoin dominance will decrease to the support, but that doesn't mean that all the liquidity of these stablecoins will flow into Bitcoin. I think if Bitcoin can move sideways right here in this consolidation, maybe slightly down right here, we can see liquidity flowing to altcoins. And that's also what I want to talk about in today's video, because I want to share two altcoins that I've bought and that I'm already in the profit with as of right now. So as you guys may know, Ordi is one of the tokens that I've invested. This is one of my biggest bags because this is the first altcoin on the Bitcoin network, and I can really see the narrative of this token exploding. And I can also see that the liquidity right now in this token is just still quite low, right? So I'm willing to take this risk to invest in this altcoin. I already did it early on. We traded this altcoin over on WhaleAlerts the moment we broke out right here at roughly $6.50. And right now that trade is up approximately 24%. But even more important, guys, this trade is up against Bitcoin. So this token grew faster or bigger than Bitcoin, which means that if you would use your Bitcoin to buy this token, you can now flip it back for more Bitcoin. And that is the whole point of trading altcoins, right? Because if it just goes up in the US dollar valuation, that's nice, you gain US dollars. But if Bitcoin also goes up in US dollar valuation, then why not just buy Bitcoin and wait? Why should you buy these altcoins, right? So I only want to buy these altcoins when I feel that they are going to outperform Bitcoin, when I have the chance, when I can take the risk to get the chance of outperforming Bitcoin, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting as much Bitcoin as possible. I've been also very clear, I think next bull market will be mainly focused on Bitcoin. Most attention will be going to Bitcoin. However, that doesn't mean that there will always be altcoins that in certain periods will outperform Bitcoin. And I think we are very young with Bitcoin NFTs. We are very early, and for me, it would make sense for an altcoin like Ordi to have a nice explosion, a lot of hype around this, and I want to position myself accordingly. But if that doesn't happen, it's also fine, because you cannot earn money without taking risks, right? And then you gotta ask yourself, which risk do you want to take? And then you gotta make a calculated risk. And I think the position that I took in Ordi is a calculated risk, and so far it's already in profit against US dollar and against Bitcoin. So I'm very happy with it. Then the next one, guys, and this is a very nice token. I've shared this yesterday over on WhaleAlerts. So the ones that are a market participant of WhaleAlerts, they already had this information, so they probably are already in a position. But Chainlink is actually looking quite good. We had seen a correction from the highs right here till the lows of roughly 90%. in US dollar valuation. We did touch a important former resistance level as support. We directly got a liquidity grab and we get a bounce so far. With that bounce, we are seeing the momentum indicator setting higher lows on the daily time frame, but also when we have a look on the weekly time frame, you can see the relative strength index higher low, MACD is higher low, which creates this bullish divergence, which could be a early sign of breaking out right here to the upside. But it is very important to note that we are still in a downtrend technically on the weekly time frame, but we are just seeing the early signals of a potential reversal, right? And this is the same story as with Audi. Is this guaranteed? No. The question you got to ask yourself is, do I want to take a risk in order to get exposure to potentially more gains? But the price that you pay is that you also take a risk that you lose your investment, right? So that is the whole point of investing. And I think the risk to reward ratio on Chainlink is actually pretty good, because you can take the risk to get exposure to profits, but the risk to the downside is quite limited. So the chances, in my opinion, of getting your profits done is higher than to lose profits at this specific moment. And yeah, the ones from WhaleAlerts, if you guys have entered from these levels right now, we were already up roughly 5.7%, so that is already very nice. Then if you look at Chainlink against the Bitcoin comparative, it's actually an even more important chart, because if Chainlink is not outperforming Bitcoin, what are we going to do, or what are we doing here? And here we can also see that we had quite a correction from the highs till the lows, roughly 88%. We're forming somewhat of a falling wedge formation right here, with a short-term resistance coming up here, and the momentum indicators MACD coming up, but the relative strength index not coming up. So this chart is looking less strong than the US dollar chart. Nevertheless, it's still looking quite okay. I would like to see Chainlink breaking this resistance and then going to the resistance of that falling wedge formation. And it looks like a small move, right? It looks really like a small move. But if you would flip, let's say, 1 Bitcoin into a Chainlink, then first of all, you would be up already right now. But second of all, if we do touch that resistance, you would gain a 0.4 Bitcoin on top, because that would be a 40% increase against Bitcoin. So that is how powerful it basically is, right? And and that is even without leverage. So let's say you want to take exposure into this altcoin. I'm not saying you have to trade it like this. This is just an example for entertainment purposes only. But let's say you would flip 1 or 2 Bitcoins right here into Chainlink. We do come up to that resistance. Well, you gain 0.4 or 0.8 Bitcoin, with the possibility also of Chainlink breaking out to the upside and maybe get even a bigger push to the upside. I think that is a possibility, but nevertheless, that is not something that I'm expecting, because I always expect assets to continue to trade in their original structure. So it would be foolish to expect it now to break out. But if it happens, I'm at least prepared for it. I'm already in a position early on, because you want to be positioned when no one is talking about this, right? The last chart, guys, the Bitcoin dominance, also in the shorter term time frame, very overbought, touching some resistance, and we can see that resistance also was forming support right here. Would make sense, and that also strengthened this whole story that I'm trying to say in today's video. Would make sense for Bitcoin to get a pullback, for the Bitcoin dominance to get a pullback to that support and maybe continue this uptrend and get a bigger breakout. I'm quite bullish on Bitcoin, as you guys know, but a pullback in the Bitcoin dominance would kind of make sense, right? And that pullback would come along with a lot of liquidity going into altcoins. And I think the setup of Audi and Chainlink is quite nice. For right now to enter Audi at these levels, I don't know if that's the right time. I think this was a very beautiful breakout. Of course, you can draw the similar thing right here. Consolidation, if we break out, that could be a nice entry point as well. But yeah, of course, the later you enter in such a altcoin, the higher the risk you actually take on yourself. But okay guys, that was it for today's video, a little bit different than Bitcoin. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below guys. I'm very, very curious about your opinion about ordinals and about Chainlink. Do you think these charts are looking good too? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for every single one of you who's interested in this extra content that we are posting on this private Telegram channel, we actually have two Telegram channels. One is a public Telegram channel and one is a private Telegram channel, and the public Telegram channel you can just join with the link down below. The private Telegram channel you can only join if you are an active trader trading on the one of our affiliate exchanges. So we have a couple of exchanges down below in the description. If you sign up with that specific affiliate link in the description, then you can go to whaleportal.com/WhaleAlerts. There you can submit your user ID, email address and Telegram handle, and we will check whether you signed up through our affiliate link, whether you deposited a minimal $100, and then we will put you into that private Telegram group. So guys, for everyone interested in that, you can find all of that on whaleportal.com. If you don't want to join WhaleAlerts, make sure to join the free Telegram as well, which is a link through down below in the description. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new and you want to stay connected, make sure to subscribe. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.